beds, darling. They've done nothing wrong to you. Hey guys, I can't see anything in front of me at the moment because it's so bright out here. But I'm back to square one again. Me and the boys have come out for a walk, which is not easy. Obviously, you've got to turn around and look and things like that. And I've had to be tougher with the boys because I can't pick them up off the floor if they want to go in this, or I can't sort of move in those ways. But we passed obviously an ambulance in a car on the way down, and I spoke to him and just sort of said, look, can I ask you some advice? I said, if I have to go to A&E and at least get scanned and stabilised and pain managed, how likely am I going to be able to take my kids with me? And she said, at QA, it's going to be instant. They're not even going to let you through because it's worse with COVID now. So literally the moment I get there, I'm going to have to do what I used to have to do when I used to go into hospital with Liam, Daniel, Aaron, Faith. And literally that is just like leave. But the problem is when someone like anyone goes in and it's about pain management, you just get treated like a crackhead. They think it's just about drugs and stuff like that, and I'm not that sort of person. I never have been that sort of person. And it's so difficult because you're not just dealing with 3 or 4 people, and this is why it annoys me when somebody is diagnosed with a condition, because they're asking people at an A&E to be everything to everyone. They're asking them to be specialists in everything, and that's not the case. So I then decided, okay, this is not going to work. So yet again, I've tried to explain to Dean that, you know, this is actually really painful. It's past management point. And then it's going to be challenging for me because obviously I've still got to get on with the home. I'm not in a situation I can drive at the moment. And at the end of the day, I will be left like this. And the challenge is as well, I then got to the point earlier on that I thought, okay, let's see if I can go up to St Mary's. Let's see if St Mary's will at least help me to be seen by the doctor, get the scan done, get probably my neck sort of cased, and then at least then get me the outpatient's appointment, and then I can work from there. Because the problem is if I go to the doctors and I wait for an appointment on Monday, the chances are, 1, it will start alleviating, or 2, it won't alleviate at all. And even if the doctor then says, right, you've got to go up, everybody has to have a scan, because at the end of the day, no doctor can put their hand on my neck and go, right, your discs have gone, or yes, it's a Chiari, it's dropped, or it's muscle spasms, or, you know, until somebody actually investigates it properly. Because the problem that I've always had before is I either don't have childcare and then I leave, because obviously I've got to get back for children, especially if they've been at school. And it's like you're sitting there and you're clock watching and you're thinking, I've got to get to school, and you haven't got anyone to pick your kids up from school. You know, most people have families and stuff that if they had a condition, they believe them. So if, say, I've been through cervical abnormalities, yeah? So say I said to my family, I've got to go in for a co-coagulation, which basically means that my legs are going to be up in stirrups and the doctor's going to freeze the cells on my cervix. Well, you don't want your children in the room for that. Ow! And you need, ow! And you need to, ow, ow. You need, ow, 2 seconds, I'm just trying to sit down. And you need to, ow, ow. Don't, let me flip, excuse, sorry. So most people, you'd sort of go, all right, Dad, can you pick the kids up from school? Mum, can you pick the kids up? When I was living up north, it was so damn difficult because all my family were down south. But still, no doctor has ever actually sat down with any of my family members and explained, Elijah, can you chill out, please? Nobody has explained to my family, like, what I've been dealing with. And the problem is, oh, shit, I don't know when my phone stopped then. Yeah, and the problem Thankfully, my family did take me to the doctors when I was a kid, and they would say there was nothing wrong with me. Those belief systems are so ingrained in my parents' mind. And when I got taken in with Liam, when I was breastfeeding the time in the car, when I was with my nan in London, obviously people don't get that. Elijah, over here, darling. 2 seconds, my son's gone to join a party. 2 seconds, Elijah, I'm just going to go and check Shiloh. Bless his cotton socks. These are lovely people, by the way, absolutely lovely people. Elijah, Elijah, Elijah. I'll come over here. Hiya, guys. Hiya. Same ladies from lovely, all Romanian and things like that. They all come out in a massive big family of them. I mean, look, I don't want to show them, but look, they come out in a massive family. If one of them mums cut a finger on a knife or had a heart attack or felt sick, fainted, had a condition, had an epileptic fit, all of their mums would all come around the people's children. I remember when I was in the army with my ex-husband, and I remember the first time having to go into A&E, and this was just to do with going into premature labour. And Graham was at work. I think at one point he was out in Canada actually, and I'd gone into premature labour with Daniel. So of course I then had Liam. It's different. It's different. There's like this welfare support group, families, officers, and it kicks in with these networks of mums. So there's a structure. Yes, darling. There's a structure.
My egg.
Your egg is in my pocket, I think.
What's it?
I think it's in my pocket. There.
No.
No, is yours the orange one?
Yeah.
That one, okay. And there was like this structure within the families.
My car.
No, oh, it's obviously Elijah's one with a spoon in. All these silly cars. So I always knew. So a woman called Charlie stepped in for Liam. But the thing is, I wasn't as nervous about people hurting my kids back then. Hang on, because that's just come off. That's just come off. Because at the end of the day, I hadn't had. Go on then, go up there. Oh, I can't lift you up there today, dude. Not today, no way. I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to lift you up there today, not a chance. He wants me to lift him up the top there. Right, there you go. I fixed. Oh no, I haven't fixed it. 2 seconds. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, so I didn't have the same sort of thing with a judge saying that, you know, I couldn't have my kids because, you know, I wouldn't be able to protect them from sexual abuse and things like that. This was all added onto my court case. It's exactly the same as me struggling with working because, you know, this shrink said that I put my career before my children. Oh, see, this is what I can't be bothered with. We've had this today. Right, look, I've just had a kid come over and pick his toy up and smash it. Yeah? And it's like, we've just been over to the other park and I've had to take my kids off because kids are being absolute idiots and cruel to the kids. And it's like, you know, Elijah's going over and he's going, yeah, I've got superpowers. And they're taking the piss out of him and going, yeah, you got superpowers. And it's like, oh, just leave him alone. He's a kid. Shiloh, mind out the way, darling. Sorry, thank you. You know, so, and I'm sure if, you know, there'd be people that would go, well, Kelly, I'd watch your kids. That's not a problem. And it's like, well, hang on a minute, mate. I'm trying to explain to people, I don't trust anybody anymore. I don't trust no one anymore. I don't even trust my own mum picking the kids up, worrying that, you know, she might not turn back up with them. She's doing really well at the moment, and that's bloody brilliant. But at any point, I am so fucking pissed off. I am so annoyed. I am so hurt, so disappointed in people because I'm 42, mate. And I've been going through this for 42 years now. And until I get to a specialist who goes, right, Kelly's got nodding dog in her head and this is what is happening. and explains it to people and writes this down on paperwork for people like social workers and teachers and all these people, just so people then understand. So I'm going on a mission now. I've had enough of seeing your social distancing freaking banners. I've had enough of seeing these things propping up. I've probably got one. In fact, people have taken them down. Let me just have a look. There was one over here a minute. I've had enough of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this together now with this personal boundaries. And I'm going to write what my personal boundaries are. Yeah, you go up that way because I can't take you up the other way, I'm afraid. Ow, 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 my neck. And of course, when someone like me is walking, oh, here we go, let me see. And people are pulling them down all over the place. This is the 6. What if you've got a family of 7? You've got a family of 8. You know, these rules and these boxes don't fit everybody. And it's like, even after I spoke to St Mary's Hospital today, and they said, look, with the way things are, they will not let the kids come in with you. And it's like, they might, and they might understand, but if I show any emotion, if I get any panicky or any form of anxiety, because people don't understand my complex trauma for needing to go into A&E, having people having a go at me, going, oh, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome's the easiest to fake, or oh, if you're training, how can you have such a condition? If you can do this, then how can you do that? Or, well, how can you sustain that level of pain? Half got used to it, mate. I've had to be in pain and have people ignore me since I was in the womb. Like, literally, from the moment I came out of the womb, I have been in pain, physically pain with my physical body. As I've been walking, crawling, there has been physical pain. I have always slept with my hands. If you look at baby photographs, you can see that I have these floppy galoppy hands. You know, I have always struggled with my neck and my back, particularly my lower back and obviously my neck. And then when I have had chances where I'm screaming in that much pain that people ring an ambulance, then it all turns into drama. And then when I get to the hospital, it's all mental health because they can't find anything. And if you read the literature on EDS, X-rays do not work on us. You cannot see subluxations unless it is a clear gone dislocation. You can't necessarily always see slip discs. Now the problem, sorry, my battery's going to go and I don't know how long it was, but what I was basically saying is people can't see what I'm dealing with, and it doesn't give them a right to bully us with it. It doesn't give us a right to criminalise us. People should, instead of just going, oh, well, you know, put the kids in school, what's that going to help me? Because if, say, I went into, now my mum's got the boys for a couple of hours tomorrow, and say I take the chance to quickly go up there. That's whose shoes are, it's all right. You've taken, so you have done, okay. It'll make it harder to climb up there. You be careful. It will make you more slippery. See, this slide here as well, these young kids can't get up to it because you've got this rope swing to get to there, but you've got to climb, this is what annoys me, you've got to climb up there. So when I have to push my kids up there, and this is where I'm now stuck, I could do with somebody on the park with me who can help the kids get up there. Because if I even tried, and I'm on this park now, I'm already holding proper slip discs in my neck, and I know I am. I've had this so many times now. Oh, seriously, the pain is so much. If anyone's ever been in labour and you want to run for that gas and air, I'm past that point, like so past that point. But for me, it's just about stabilising it so I can get on, and get on with the cleaning, get on and get on with the housework, get on and get on with taking the kids out, get on, you know, that's what it's about, getting on. And it's like, it's so difficult for a mother to take time out because say I did go up there and say I said to my mum, look, is there any chance you will just hold the boys? I can't rely on how long I'm going to be because there's so much waiting time at the hospital, and it's like my parents haven't got time, they've got jobs, they've got work. You don't get sick pay like COVID. It's not like, hey, I've got to be off sick and look after, you know, my daughter's at the hospital, and, you know, we've got to do this. And it's like, even I'm massively into NSSI and NCISI, by the way. I'm watching the whole box set. And there was a situation the other day with a kid, and they were like, well, what are we going to do with the kid? And they were like, well, we're not letting protective service take him. We need to investigate this properly, because if they go to protective services, he's not coming back. So that's even naval, I know it's a program, but that's even naval officers, investigating officers, understanding that calling child protective service is not always the answer, because sometimes things can be dealt with. And no, I can't even get hold of Brody. Like, literally, I was texting Brody just before the appointment on how nervous I was that they might do this to me again. Then all of a sudden, Brody's phone's off. Brody's off today. Oh, we're on Children in Need, by the way, but do you think anyone's been around with Easter eggs for us? No? That's how appalling the system is. Like, if I knew that there was a family on child protection, Children in Need or whatever like that, then I would sort of assume that, you know, they would be thinking about the kids, you know. So, but no, none of that. I'm not bothered whether there is any of that. What I'm saying is, what exactly are they doing in my life? What are these people getting paid a salary for, to prod and prod into me and my life, to the point that I don't even want to tell these people what my kids are good at? Because it's like, I even tell them, sorry, that my kids are not an advert for adoption, because it was like, you know, when I went through court with Aaron and Faith, there was all this fucking slating me. And then when they wrote up the adoption application, I was an entrepreneur, I was amazing. They didn't mention my EDS, of course. They didn't mention the children's EDS, because who would want to adopt children that are going to be struggling and need support and stuff, unless somebody genuinely, truly wants to enable or empower somebody. And that's what I don't have in my life. I don't have people who go, do you know what, that woman is actually really hypermobile and has got an advantage with whatever this clicking of her body that she's doing. Like, I spend a lot of my time with people that hula hoop, fire spin. I love all the acrobatic stuff, and potentially I'd be really, really, really good at it. But I'm coming, just wait, just let me get down. And I need somebody to take a video of me so I can send it to Professor Bird to say, look, this is the extremities of my body, but this is where I'm struggling. I'm only asking for the right to be fixed. I'm only asking, and to be believed. So if I say, oh shit, my neck's just gone, or if like I'm in play fighting, or like, you know, your man asks you for a fucking blowjob. Could you imagine being asked for a blowjob when you've got 3 discs out in your neck or something? And it's like, really? You don't understand now, do you? And it's like, yeah, could you imagine it holding your neck? Ah, you know? And it's like, doesn't make me a lesbian. It just means I've got a fucking painful neck. And it isn't going to go away. This isn't going to get better. I have a degenerative condition. And as much as my mum and anybody else wants to tell me, you know, it's a self-healing condition, my neck is fucked. The pain is horrendous, and I am stuck. Because at the end of the day, my kids aside, who runs my home? Who keeps my bills going? Who keeps the routine going? And this is why I have always said, I am the captain of my ship, and when my ship goes down, I need an autopilot to make sure that my life keeps running smoothly. Bills continue to be paid, home continues to be run. Like now, I mean, the boys have trashed their bedroom again. Well, it's not really their fault. We've had a new boiler, and they've moved. I've had to take the Christmas decorations out. They've helped me put the Christmas decorations up in the loft, and it's like, I've got to carry on. And then if all of a sudden Brody, the social worker, comes around on Tuesday and Kelly hasn't finished the ironing, and it's like, why? And it's like, well, I'm strapped up. So then it goes back to, well, you know, what needs does this person need? Well, they're not actually really asking me. Nobody has actually ever said to me, what do you need? Well, I know what I need. I need somebody in my life that is there if I have to take my eye off the ball. So like now, I'm live in, I can see my kids, they're playing, it's not a problem. But if I was on a really important phone call, I need to be able to say to somebody, I can just watch my kids. Now, putting them into school, how's this going to help? How is this going to help forcing a mother like me to run to a system that doesn't work, forcing my children to, forcing us to do whatever? Hello there. You having fun? I can, but I'm struggling. To just say, I've hurt my neck, so I can't push you. I can't. That's it. I can just about manage to do that. It's not easy, you know. And the thing is, I just need people that go, it's all right. Like, literally, you know. And the amount of times my neck's been playing up because obviously I've moved and I've injured it because I've been trying to move boxes and stuff. But I just need people around me that go, not a problem. Not a problem. So all I can do now, come over here then. All I can do now is shut my fucking mouth and suffer in silence. Or keep pushing. But keep pushing is going to do what? Is it going to put me back in exactly the same situation again? Is it going to cause me exactly the same situation again? You know, with me not being able to go and stay, and then they say I'm not working with the system, and it's people are just not understanding the simplicity of it. If a social worker's a social worker, mate, be a social worker. What's wrong with a social worker staying at my fucking house with my kids and doing a job? They've got other clients, they've got other cases, they've got other people. And it's like, and then I've got people who do want to help me, but it's like the whole mental fag situation. They want to do what they can do, but they don't want to keep things going for me. I said to Dean yesterday as well, I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to build all this stuff. I'm going to build this legacy. I'm going to build this company. But I am not leaving it to anybody. It's going to be something quick because I've said, Shiloh, don't lean on my neck. I've said there's nobody who will continue it going. So say if I was a butcher and I had a family butchers, yeah? And then all of a sudden you get sick or you